First, you need an Arduino. This one is $100, but any will do. This case is 3D printed. You will need a passive buzzer, a red, yellow, blue, and green LED, transistor, 220 ohm resistor, an infrared motion sensor, a bunch of male-to-male wires, and a breadboard. Place the 4 LEDs like this, with the negative side facing left. Connect the LEDs onto one ground line. At the end, connect the resistor to the second last column. Connect the other end of the resistor to the ground pin. This is your power line, so bridge the gap. Connect the power line to the 5V pin. Place the transistor with the flat side facing the Arduino. Connect the collector pin to the power line. Connect the middle pin upwards. It should end up beside the LED. Connect the left pin here, leave it for now. Bring the buzzer here with the positive side facing down. Connect the negative buzzer side to the ground pin. Connect the left pin emitter to the buzzer. Connect the ground of the PIR sensor to line up with the LED ground line. Bridge the gap. Connect the power of the PIR sensor to the power line. Connect the signal pin of the PIR sensor to the board and move it up. Connect the red LED to pin 13, yellow to 12, green to 11, blue to 10, PIR sensor to 9, and buzzer transistor to 8. Here is what it should look like. .3D print the rest of the parts. First, remove the sticky cover from the breadboard and then place it. If the wires come off easily, then you can glue them to the board. Next, glue the Arduino and the breadboard together. Place it on the table to level it out. Get the big platform and glue it to the bottom of the Arduino/breadboard. Here's what it should look like. Onto the code, link in description for both Wi-Fi and non-Wi-Fi versions. First, import your libraries. Then you want to initialize your functions, set up your pins, status for the alarms, stuff for your sensor to keep track of, get the SSID and password for the network, keep track of if you're connected or not, set up the pins, set the LED to blue, which means that network is not connected, and then you want to set up the network and connect to Wi-Fi. This keeps track of which LED to turn on and what to do in case of an alert. If there's motion for the first time, it's going to turn on the lamp. If it's armed, it's going to set off the alarm, and it's going to send it through MQTT as well. If there is no motion, then it's going to turn off the lamp, and it's going to set it to armed if it was an alarm. And then at the end of the loop, it just does regular internet stuff, make sure it's connected. Over here, this is where we set the LED, depending on which one we want. It'll turn them all off, then turn on the one that we want. Here basically just alerts the buzzer. It starts at 1500 and ends at 3000. Here we just get the motion from the sensor, and here it just toggles the lamp on and off every second. Here's the network stuff. Over here we simply connect to Wi-Fi and we try it 10 times, otherwise it'll error. Here we connect to MQTT so that we can send messages back and forth to the server. Here we connect to MQTT if we ever get disconnected, and then once it's connected it'll resubscribe. Here's where we take care of the messages. Here, if the alarm is already going off, we can't just set it back to armed, so it's just gonna return. If it's armed and then we try to disarm it, then it's gonna turn on the lamp because it knows we're here, and then we're just gonna simply set status. So here is an image of an app on my phone. The link is in the description for Androids, and basically just sends QTT messages to my server and the Arduino to arm and disarm the alarm, and also to alert it for a test alert. So if you notice, there's Arduino secrets, but that's where all the passwords are for the SSID and the MQTT. If you notice, there's like when we send messages, we don't know where it's being sent to, and so basically we have a server that listens to these messages, and so over here it's running a Python script and it listens for MQTT messages. So on message handling, if it gets lamp, then it's gonna toggle the lamp. So if it's on, you'll turn it off. If it's off, you'll turn it on. Here, it simply turns on the lamp, and also for turning it off, there's a message for that. And at the end, we see that when the alarm goes off, it sends a Discord webhook. So I have a Discord server that will listen for these webhooks, and when I get it, it'll just say that there's an intruder, and here's a screenshot of what that message. At the start, it will be blue until it connects to the internet, and then it will turn green. This is how you arm it. Now wait for it to detect no motion. And now we'll trigger the alarm. That's all for now. If you have any questions, comment below. The links to all the parts used, 3D printed, and the code is in the description.